Joseph Stalin died at age 73 in 1953. The cause of death was a stroke. Stalin was an alcoholic. And yet, there seems not to have been a final collapse into late-stage alcoholism. How can this be? How can an alcoholic live to be 73 years old and die of something else? The explanation lies in the relative efficacy of alcoholic egomania as a defense mechanism. Ego tripping works. It delays the progression of the disease. Although alcoholics are all victims of the same disease, they do not all react the same way to their addiction. Those who have little ego inflation capability succumb very quickly to the demands of the addiction. The untalented, the insecure, the economically disadvantaged, adopt the self-destructive patterns of the late-stage alcoholic at an early age. Some make it to Skid Row while in their 20s. However, most alcoholics have some potential for egocentric accomplishments, to succeed in some field, and to manipulate and malign others. As long as they hold on to power, they seem able to postpone the onset of the late stage of alcoholism until they are in their 50s or even later. Ego-threatening events such as the loss of power, loss of a job, or death of a loved one, speed up the progression of drinking. Ego-inflating events slow it down. Stalin's supply of ego-inflating events was virtually unlimited. With totalitarian power at his command, he had the power to destroy his subordinates, and new victims were just a telephone call away. It should be no surprise that Joseph Stalin did not, even at age 73, succumb to late-stage alcoholism. Another factor accounts for the slow progression of Stalin's alcoholism. The alcoholic bank president or senior government official cannot go on week-long benders, or even two-day benders, without risking his job. In Stalin's case, his life was at risk. Once Stalin began his terrorism against Soviet officials, it's not hard to imagine what would have happened if he had many unconcealed, unpredictable, days-long benders. If Stalin slid into late-stage alcoholism and was constantly inebriated and incapable of functioning, Beria, Khrushchev, or others in the Politburo could have seized power. And a successful anti-Stalin coup would have led to his execution. Stalin had far more than the typical alcoholic's motivation to fight his addiction. So he limited his drinking to all-night binges and, apparently, to occasional, planned benders at his dacha. Watch your other videos to learn more. Get your copy of History's Missing Alcoholics available on Amazon now.